I've been preaching in my previous videos about good references. Pick references with good lighting where you can make out the clear shape of shadow. But let's be real. Not all references have good lighting. There are times when I really like a photo but the lighting was bad, so I didn't use it to draw. However, it is time for a change. So this is the reference for today's video. Yes, this is a picture of Mads Mikkelsen. Yes, he's smoking here, but you shouldn't. Don't. There are some shadows with clear shapes, but other than that, I don't see any clear shadows anywhere else on the face. Usually, I don't choose pictures with this dark shadow that's almost pure black because it's hard to see the facial features. This is what I usually go with, shadows with clear shapes but not too dark. The lighting is quite strong in this image, like a camera flash. You can see the light reflected on his cheekbone and hair. Even his hair is almost white from the flash. Okay, so this reference is not that quote-unquote bad. It's not like a super blurry photograph or a super bright camera flash. We should still be able to draw something decent with this. Since this is a rendering video, I won't be talking about the sketching process. But I made line art for the drawing because I recently did a line art related shorts with this drawing. Line art is much cleaner than a sketch, so I will use this for the rendering. The shadow is quite dark in the reference anyway, so it's okay to use black or super dark color for the line art. I even blocked the dark shadows under the nose and chin with ink. The base color is done, and as always, use an airbrush to apply the soft shadows. Today I'm drawing Valerie? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I will go with Valerie, the new character in Genshin's Snash Naya teaser. Yes, I am manifesting. I'm applying the soft shadows on the cheeks, tip of the nose, the lips, ear, and the corner of the eyes. This acts more like a blush rather than adding volume to the face. Next, create a multiply layer and use a solid brush to add the hard shadow. Okay, now this is where I'm stumped. Other than the dark shadows under the neck and nose, there is no visible hard shadows on the face. So I'm lowering the multiply layer's opacity to get a lighter shade of shadow. But to add more depth, I will use a darker color under his cheekbone and blend it with the lighter color. For this video, I will focus more on the skin, but don't worry, I will still talk about the hair because on the rendering stage, I got an epiphany. What might that be? Okay, now we'll move on to the highlight of the video, as well as the hardest process to explain, rendering. I'll be honest with you, this might be one of the most challenging paintings for me. As I mentioned, there are no clear shadows aside from the super dark ones, right? So I have to rely entirely on midtones to build the face. However, midtones alone won't add volume. So right now the face is looking pretty flat, and I'm depressed. But dwelling over it will not finish this painting. So let's move on to rendering the nose and lips. The good thing about the reference is, aside from its Mads freaking Mikkelsen, is that we can see the nose bridge clearly thanks to the dark shadows. Blend the line art with the skin color using low opacity brush to get volume. Sometimes blending pure black with skin can cause muddy colors, so you can replace the line art color with dark brown or red first, then blend it with the skin. Pay attention to the highlight on the nose bridge. In the past, I always made the mistake of placing the highlight directly in the middle, when in reality it should be placed at the side. But of course, this depends on the light source and reference. For me, rendering the lips is much harder than the nose. I don't know why. In this particular case, Mads Mikkelsen is holding a cigarette between his lips, while Valerie doesn't, because he doesn't smoke, I think. Anyway, it's hard for me to make him doesn't look like he's holding something in his mouth or pouting. Don't get me wrong, it's a cute look on Valerie, but not the emotion I wanna go for right now. I'm also keeping the shadow under the lips dark like in the reference. It creates this particular shape and I wanna implement that in my painting. It looks unnatural if I make it completely dark though, so I'm blending it with the midtones. I have the habit of making the face too wide, but instead of fixing it with liquify, it's quicker to cut the far side of the face, place it under the main layer, and move it closer to the rest of the face. For the eyes, I'm removing the lower lashes to add aegyosal or the under eye shadow. Shade the aegyosal following the light source. Most of the time, people make aegyosal darker in the corners and light in the middle, when in actuality, it should follow the light source so it's more natural. Now it is time to render the hair and have an epiphany. Okay, as you can see, I already added the highlights before this rendering. I used to avoid doing that because adding highlights means more color and more color means more shit to render. However, for this particular painting, the highlight is essential because of the strong lighting. Also, okay, so this is when I got my epiphany. I used the line art color, which is pure black, on the overlapping parts. And combined with the highlights, it creates such a strong contrast and makes the hair more defined and volumized. How cool is that? Okay, fine. I might exaggerate the epiphany thing, but come on. Valerie's hair already looks much better than the ones I painted before. And it's not even done. Let's work on the face first before I spend 3 hours working on the hair. If we look at the reference, the lower half of Mads Mikkelsen's face has thin shades of blue. Typically, human faces have cooler shades at the bottom, like blue or green, mostly blue. And then they have warmer shades in the middle, like red. That's why blush is usually placed on the cheek and tip of the nose. And on the very top, it's a yellow. If you feel that your skin coloring looks flat or boring, try applying these on a low opacity multiply layer using an airbrush. I usually apply it after I'm done rendering, but since my skin painting is now lacking in depth, I decided to add thin shades of blue on the lower half in a normal layer. With a quote-unquote bad reference, we have to pick up even the slightest shadow so the face doesn't look like a flat piece of paper. To be able to do that, yes, you need to practice first of all. But don't worry, there are some options you can try and see which one suits you. Option 1, using the Asaro head. It's a low poly 3D head model where the shadow and light are simplified into basic shapes. This is a great tool to practice rendering. I will link this in the description. There are many Asaro heads out there, but this one is my go-to because you can easily change the light source and angle. Option 2. Look for more references. Pick photos in better lighting and observe the small, slight shadows. This is the method I'm using right now, by the way. For example, I think the lower half of the face is still quite flat, so I found these 2 pictures and observed the lower half of their faces. And I realized that I can add these shadows on the corner of the mouth and under the lips, as well as making the corner of the nostril lighter. Pick references that have similar features or lighting with the main reference. Well, preferably both. Hold on, is this the rich husband in The Glory? You know, I used to ship him with Song Hye Kyo's character, but oh well, she ended up with a rich young doctor. I'm happy for her. Anyway, option 3. Use other people's art as a reference. Using the Asaro head and photo references might be too hard for beginners, so you can browse through your favorite artist's work instead. Preferably a semi-realistic artist. Semi-realistic artists are very skilled in simplifying the shadow and light, so you don't have to rack your brain figuring out how the shadows work from photographs. I think my painting is too pale and dull, so let's create a multiply layer and apply some saturated colors on the skin. I apply pinkish red to follow Mads Mikkelsen's skin in the reference, and I think some blush and rosy lip tint would look good on Valerie. I will work on the eyes first before rendering the hair further. When rendering overlapping features, work on the bottom one first. From this angle, all the lashes would be facing down. I made some videos, both long form and shorts, on how to draw eyes and eyelashes. You can check them out. I like to exaggerate the lashes shadow. It gives an impression of longer lashes, but not too harsh. And I think with this particular lighting, it's natural to have lashes shadow. Even Mads Mikkelsen has them in the reference. Alright, let's clean up the hair. The highlight and dark shadows makes the rendering so much easier because I don't have to add anything else. I can use pure black as a shadow here because Valerie has dark hair, but I think it can also work on lighter hair. I think the shadow color depends on the light intensity. For example, see this lady, she has light hair, but the shadow is pure black because of the strong light. To add overlapping hair strands, create another layer for easier fixing, and don't forget to shade the strands as well, so it doesn't stand out too much from the main hair. Then add the dark shadow below it to show it's overlapping. I don't think I will tidy up the hair too much though. I like the rough and messy paint strokes, it's so good and it adds so much texture which I really like. No, it's not because I'm lazy, shut up. Don't forget to add highlights on the eyelashes and eyelids as well. The light is quite strong after all. Okay, now let me fix the angle with Liquify. I've been focusing on the skin and rendering that I missed the angle and anatomy. This is surprisingly quite a hard angle to draw. I think it'll be better if the background's all black And you know what? Now we can cover any imperfections on the outer part of the drawing by applying black with an airbrush. Now that the rendering is done, I'm going to add the rainbow face like I showed you earlier to add more depth and color variation to the face. And that is all on drawing with quote-unquote bad reference. I hope you guys enjoy the video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!